good day this January 10th, and today, meaningful moments, 365 days. I had a situation that came up last night and carried on into this morning. And it was all about the signals that we get. We all have them. So in my case, it was something that hasn't occurred in some time, and it was the beginning of what were hives. The physical response, hives, itch, rash, that kind of thing. And part of the autoimmune system that overreacts in our bodies. What's interesting is that we all have these different little signals, whether it's a headache or it's sore throat, it's an achy muscle or joint, something like that. And what is signaled to us? And we can always find explanations for it, but the signals are deeper. So I'll share with you a little bit about what happened for me and why this is a meaningful moment. And I think all our signals and all the ways that they come have so much meaning for us, uniquely, customized. And so this signal of hives is connected to some disease that I had, an autoimmune disease that I had, and I haven't had any hives per se since I was 18. It's quite a long time ago. But there are things that have come into my awareness over the past few years, signaling changes that I might be needing to make as far as my food goes, or things in my environment, things in my thought processes, old patterns that are being released, those kinds of things. But what the hives did for me is started out first as, really intense itch in my eyes, which I've never really had them there, and then moved into other parts of my body. And at first, there was that mind rationale that happens, which is kind of like, oh, maybe it could be attributed to this or that. So I was kind of on the surface, attending to it. But then this morning, as I got in the shower, I felt the inflammation up in my scalp, in different parts of my body. My eyes were red. I actually thought about doing this live and thinking I'm going to have red eyes and I'm going to explain it that way. But the intensity started to kind of come into different areas of my body. But in that moment, I closed my eyes and I could remember, like in the cells of my body, what that was, that reaction that my body was signaling to me and what it meant for me. And instantly it felt like there was a download of information, what I knew what to do. And so all of a sudden, even though I was having this experience of itchiness, and in the past it definitely created moments of panic because they were so intense, and I had hives before the diagnosed disease for years, and I instantly knew a certain homeopathic remedy that I needed to take, what I need to drink at that moment, what I needed to eat, and the changes that I needed to make, like succinct in that order. All because of that signal. But that signal was there and could have been explained away, could have had lots of different things happen to it. But the signal and the response to that signal was to listen. And listen within, and out of my own self came all this resource of information, which is available to us always. If you think about it, the culmination of all the knowledge, all the information, all the things that we've received over the course of a lifetime is astounding. It's profound. And then it becomes just a matter of activating the willpower and the discipline even courage to follow that. And, I'm thankful that those wisdoms that exist within us are there and always waiting for us, even enough to signal to us and say, hey, wake up, here I am. Kind of give us that nudge on the shoulder. And so I can say to you that just a few hours after that experience this morning, which was a little bit intense for that moment, it subsided. And I come at it with an inner strength of acknowledging that wisdom, what my body signaled to me, just like your body is signaling all kinds of things to you all the time. And no one else can quite grasp what all those nuances are, of what the signals mean. And it's beautiful when we find collaborators like doctors and other types of health professionals and everything, on all the different levels, physical, emotional, mental, all those things that assist us. But what's essential is to develop that connection with your signals, your knowing. And so, for all our signals, all that signaling to us, again and again until it sinks in. Blessings on this meaningful moment.